Alright, the time's come to put this into there. Here we go.
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh. I swear to God I'll get it, bruh. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Said I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never rock it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic, make them nauseous. Honest, can I stop this? Never cautious, drop it. I'm the hardest. Knock, knock, bitch, watch it. I'm the fucking king of rock, bitch. Poppin', spitting hot shit. I'm topic, chronic. I think I'm motherfucking lost it.
Alright, so this is the back end. Obviously, chassis, diff, the whole lot. I've already cut the old leaf spring brackets off underneath. I do have to clean them up because there's still some sharp pointy bits in that. We're going to weld them into place. First of all, I have measured the airbag distance, which has a total travel of 3 inch. So I'm setting the diff at halfway, so if I do decide to rail this or just drive it normally or raised, the uni's not going to have a coronary on me. So I've got 3 inch from the diff to the bump stop. And yeah, so now basically I've got an angle finder. I'm going to set it up off the housing and find the angle, and then I'll set it up on here, and I'm going to shim this so it's at the same angle as what the gearbox is. I have got the wheels chocked up with little bits of wood, same as the front. That's all chocked up, so nothing's going to move. And yeah, so I'll find that angle first, and then we'll set this diff to it, and then that'll give us an idea on what angle it needs to be on, and then we will go from there. So I'll do that. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but the angle on this is 2.3 degrees. They say optimal's about 3, but I mean, that's close enough. Good enough for the girls' wee date. So I'll take this finder now, and I'll put it on the diff housing, and we'll see what if we can change this. So that was 2.3. Let's put it on there. What is that at? Oh, my trousers are caught. 3.25. What do we need? 2.3. So if we wind this jacket up a little bit, 2.4. We just need a bee's dick. Oh, 2.35. Oh, there we go. Too far. There we go. 2.3. Alright, so that's where we want that. That's the same as what the gearbox is. So now, what I will do is we will take those arms off the back, and we will try and tack weld these to the diff and see if we can figure out a way of getting them straight. So that's where it needs to be. It's the same as the gearbox now. Alright, let's try and get these on. Alright, so now that we've got the angles at 2.3, same as the gearbox was, it's time to do the lower arms. So what I've done now is I have actually cleaned up underneath the diff, the old spot welds from where the old bracket was, and I've put the arm in now, and I've chocked this up. So I'll put that against there, like so, and I'll drop a couple of tack welds on it to hold it there. And then what I'll do is I'll drop this control arm out, and I'll measure it up against the second one, so we've got the right distance for this side. And then I'll do the same thing. I'll chock it up and make sure that these are the same. They have to be the same for the travel. And then after that, we can start mocking up the top. So, I mean, everything seems to look all right so far. And yeah, so I'll drop a couple of tacks on this, and we'll see how we go. Alright, so it's all welded up. It's tack welded there. We're using the original leaf spring mounts here. So there was no fab there. Got them done, both sides, tacked in place. So that's the lowers done for now. And now we'll just try and start and fab up the top and we'll see where we get. Alright, so you're probably wondering why I'm tacking this together with the stick welder. Well, fact of the matter is, my MIGs ran out of gas. So I figured if I tack it up with the stick, it'll be fine. Something in my boot. And then I'll get some gas and we'll weld this up. But anyways, let's have a look at how I've mocked this top end up. So here's the top bar. I'm going to push these down, like I said, down so they're flat with the chassis and everything like that. But these are the same length as what the bottom is, so that's where it will reside. It is a triangulated 4-link. I cannot be bothered putting in a Watts linkage or a Panhard bar. If I did have the choice, I'd probably go the Watts linkage just because I just feel they're better off anyways. But anyways, fact of the matter is, this is all mocked up, ready to go. So I'm just going to scratch away the paint with a grinder and a grinding wheel, and I'm going to tack that into place, and then I'll do this side. So yeah, you can watch me do that. Alright, so I've got it all tacked together. I got this bracket on and everything like that. And now I look, I know people are going to go, it's uneven. Yeah. But it's really not. It just looks that way because I've got the nut on this side and the bolt protrudes and that. But it is the same, I promise you, okay? It might look that way, but it's really not. It's just tricking with you. So anyways, I am going to now lift this and I'm going to see if this diff stays in the same place because that's the whole goal of this. The angle shouldn't change on that. It should still stay at its 2.3 through the lift. So that's why we've got the 3-inch gap on the rubbers, because that's mid-flight. So its total height is 6-inch, bottom is flat out on the diff, 3 inches is the airbag's mid-travel. And you should always do it that way, because then that way, if you're up really high and driving, you won't get much play and shuddering through the prop shaft. And if you're down really low, you won't get much shuddering. You might get a little bit, but not as much as if you just set the diff up for railed or really high. So that's why I've done that. All right, so now I'm going to try and lift it, and I'm going to slide the jack out, and we're going to see if this does what it's meant to do, stay level. All right, so hopefully the tacks don't break and hopefully it stays level. So let's see what happens. All right, so I'm going to try and lift this and see what happens. So I'll even sacrifice a beer and sit in the middle, because trust me, it's been a day. So hopefully when I lift this, that stays the same. That beer won't move, and I can kick this jack out, and all the way from the diff to 6 inch of lift should remain the same. And yeah, so basically the only fall point here is the fact that this is tacked in. So let's see what happens. Oh, it's doing the thing. Look. It works. We haven't dropped anything, nothing broke. It's my very first four-link that I've ever built. So we are done. We are in. So that's it. We have a rear end for the Dodge. So now all I gotta do is just get some gas, and then I'll fully weld this up, and we are home and hosed. You can see the bump stops are in the middle, which is where they need to be, and we are, yeah, that's it. We're done. So all I gotta do now is put the airbags in and the shock absorbers, and that rear end is done. And then I'll buy a couple more bags for the front. We'll put them in, and then yeah, it's exhaust and body on. So hopefully I can get this done soon, quick, and everything. All right, so there you have it. Got it done. It's all tacked into place, so I'll weld that over while we figure out the exhaust and everything. I'm still trying to figure out how to route that. So once I do that, we'll start on that. I'm going to pull the glass out of the body and everything. And yeah, I've got to get the bracket back from Alan Spatch to do the airbags. So anyways, I'll get some gas. We'll get back into this thing and we'll get it all hooked up. Like I said, going to start stripping the glass out of that, get that sorted and everything. I've got some metal for the floor. I bought some new tools and stuff to get all that done. So yeah, it's basically just airbags and exhaust now, and then the body can go on once I sort the floor pan out, and then yeah, we can bolt all this up and get it happening. So I mean, it's coming along pretty quick. So yeah, it's just the money factor. We'll see what happens, and everything. So like I always say, like, subscribe, and share. Helps me out a lot. You know, the Facebook page is monetized. If I can get the YouTube going now, that'd be great. But anyways, just share everything. Appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.